Alright, so let's do a woodland beavers design. Okay, so Woodland High School uses this beaver, and I do not have this in the system for them. I don't have vector art for them. However, I'm going to show you how to use the Design Studio's upload feature to get this into the system. Okay, so here we're going to go to View Image. It's going to take us over to something like this. We're going to right click, Save Image As. I like to stick everything down here. Angry Beavers. I'm going to actually come over here and make it so that I just am easier to find it next time. Woodland High School Angry Beavers logo. Okay, so now I've got that saved off. I'm going to go into the Design Studio. Okay, in this case here, I'm going to go with a blank canvas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come over here and I'm going to come up with a design for the designer. Okay, so I'm going to come up with a mascot design. Because if I goof around with, if I decide to use a different template, it throws out all of my work and replaces it. So then I have to go and upload again, which is one of the upsides to having us set up a school designer for you. It makes it so that you can always just refer to that design. Okay, so I like to go into the mascot designs. They're all really friendly for screwing around with mascot designs. Okay. So here we go. Let's take this design, and what did I do here? So I got this beavers thing like this. Okay, cool. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just nuke that straight out of the gate. And then I'm going to upload, select file. I'm going to go into the appropriate folder, come all the way down here to Woodland High School Angry Beaver. Okay, only takes a second to upload. Okay, I'm going to set this up and see how many colors are in this thing. Okay, so that's what it looks like with 3, 4. I think the tongue is supposed to be its own color. Okay, use full color. Okay, so it is blending the tongue in with everything else. Okay, so I'm going to come through here, use the eyedropper to get rid of the background. Okay, and honestly, I don't, if they really need us to color the tongue, it's not like it's a huge thing. Okay, we're going to zoom in, put that up like this. Okay, so I've got too many colors in here, so this is likely supposed to be black. This should probably be white, and I'm going to open this. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. So here's the thing: is you can see some of this. It's a little bit jaggy, okay, and that's okay because right now, really, we're just trying to get placement. And you know, if you guys are serious about doing a design, you know, it's not like it's a huge thing for us to come through and find really good quality art and swap it out. For us, this is a communication tool and makes it so that, you know, you guys can communicate with us what you're after. Okay, so let's go through here and we're going to go layers. This is actually Woodland High School. Okay, we're going to stretch this out a little bit, maybe make it a little shorter like that. We're going to go into the layers, and I'm actually going to delete this part unless, let's see, so if I go and what do I want to do? I want to go trying to figure out what I want to do. If I want to make this a I'll just delete that. If I want to, nope, I'm going to undo that. So I think what I'll do is down here in Cougars, I'll put 2018 19 in there. I'm going to put basketball. And then that's what I was actually struggling with, was if I put basketball in here, what do I swap for the word band? So maybe from there, I actually just make it a whole new design and blow up this guy a little bit. Because there's no reason for these people to, for the good folks up in Woodland to not like that beaver. Okay, you see that magenta line pop up? That tells me where center is. Okay. Now, one of the things that I can do is I can come here, I can go like this, and then I can go snap to center. Okay, and then I can use my arrow keys to place it where I want. Okay, so snap to center, bring it down a little bit. So I might even take and just get rid of that part so that it's just woodland basketball. And then let's see what it looks like on the shirt. You know what? That looks all right. The only thing that I might do is come over here to clip art and type in laurels. Okay, so we're going to go up here. I went to clip art, design elements. Okay, collegiate. I wonder why they don't have laurels as a name. Okay, so I've got those two. I got that. I've got these ones here. I've got ones that close all the way to the top. Okay. Got these wider ones. So let's see. If I insert these and I recolor these to be like their colors. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay. So right click, snap to center. Okay. See, one of the things where it's like I'm trying to reach for this, but this laurel, the laurels are sitting on top of it, right? So what you need to do is go into layers, and then you can grab that, and then you can move that down. Okay, and then I can pull this beaver down, like so. And then instead of goofing around like that, I just need to go snap to center. Okay, so let's take a look at that on the shirt. You know what? I think that's all right. I think that if I was to do anything different, I might fool around with a larger laurel. So if I go back over here to design elements, or a laurel with more monograms. Well, that is super weird. I don't know that I've seen monogram before, or that I actually like paid attention to that one. Okay, so I want to go collegiate. There were a couple that I think might have actually been a little better, and I hope you don't mind that that I don't really like to take my videos and chop out all the part where I'm not clear on what I want to do or whatever, because the thing is that sometimes I'm just not clear on what I want to do, and I know that everybody's like that. And the beautiful thing about this tool is that, you know, when people come through and they come to the shop, and, you know, I used to do a lot of design work for people, partially because I just really enjoyed doing design work. And now I don't do a whole lot of it. It's pretty rare that I spend a lot of time doing design work. And the thing is that when I used to do a lot of design work, people would feel, and rightfully so, they would feel uncomfortable because they would be sitting here not knowing what they're doing in front of me, and I totally understand the amount of time and wandering that goes into design work, and they're not used to struggling in front of somebody, right? Which, again, is totally fine. It's kind of the nature of things, nature of design. And this tool gives them the ability to not have to struggle in front of somebody. You can spend hours working on designs. Now, I do suggest that when you find something like this, that you go, hey, you know what? I like the way that that looks. I'm going to just go with that. It's 4 colors. Unless I go on white, then it's just 3 colors because I'm not printing that, and this is pretty cool. The thing is that from here, I would just hit save, come through, and be, woodland, basketball, 2018, save it off, and then I send it to myself. And then if I go back into this design and I modify it and screw around with it and, start tweaking it and that sort of thing, that I can have several save points, right? So, I'm not bound to my final design, because sometimes, honestly, you just go too far. Sometimes you just go too far, and your design was better before you goofed around with it. So like this one here, maybe if I decided, you know what, those other laurels were just flat better. Well, that thing's long gone. I have to hit undo a whole bunch of times, and it might be too far. Or I might even not think about it until tomorrow that, you know what, there was something better about that other design. By having save points, and I don't care if you want to have 20 save points, that's totally fine. The thing is that it will give you options, and I like the idea of you having options. Okay. It also gives you the ability, I emailed that design to myself. Look at that. That looks terrible on that color. I saved off several versions of that last. What do I want to say? I've saved off several versions of art and sent it to myself. And the reason why I sent it to myself was because then I have all of these different stop points, and I'm also in a spot where I can email that link to other people. They can open up my design, they can modify it and save it off, and it will not affect my original design. They don't have the ability to go in and save over the top of my original design. So, to tell you the truth, I'm pretty happy with this design, and I'm going to go ship this off to Woodland Basketball right now and see if they agree with me that I created something that's kind of smoking.